hunting lodge where you all met some family. Some of you, family that is maybe not so quite so family, and others of you with direct descendants, or are direct descendants, except Lionel, because fuck Lionel.
Yep. That guy over there, fuck him.
But you all learned that Falcon does know where the woodland Manse is, and is eager to take you there. The evening was brought on with Vorel attacking you all as before you all made your way to Falcon, or on your way to Falcon's hunting lodge. And Vorel is Thorn's adoptive mother. And then looked like Thorn may have met her actual mother? Question mark.
Wait, Thorn's adopted?
The kobold folk?
Q, no
The
one's
Lizardbolt?
surprised. Q, the two high intelligence characters are not surprised.
But some conversations were had. You did meet another band of roughly about 10 kobolds who are bedraggled. And I mean, Falcon is watching over them along with the Fortino family. But you all made your way to bed and slept through the evening. And as dawn finds you, you are greeted by gray skies and a light drizzle of rain. But there's a knock on the door of the room you are staying in. Go ahead and pan you all over to this place. You all were staying in this room up here, and with Coria staying on the outside because he was too big to fit. But there's a knock on the door that sort of rouses you all, if you aren't already awake. And in walks Falcon. He saunters in, and how does he find you all? Are you all awake? Are you all getting awake? We'll say it's about 6 a.m., if that helps decide matters.
At about 6 a.m., I think Reginald is basically ready to go. With his elvish lifestyle, he needs to meditate for those 4 hours. So it's like, oh, we're going to bed. Okay, boop, boop. And then it's like, oh, it's daytime. Ha! And it's just the middle of the night still. So,
well, to be fair, you had a very long conversation with your parents, so it's very possible that you're just coming out of that meditative sleep.
mayhaps.
I'm definitely just waking up.
Is Vorel in this room with us, or did she stay somewhere else?
You all piled some beds together to encompass her length, but yes, she is on the far wall opposite of you.
I think when Thorn came back to the room the previous night after her talks with Vera, she would have curled up with Vorel, and I think that she is like she's just like curled up inside of Vorel's like body. Like Vorel is curled up in a little C around her, and I think that she is quietly laying her head kind of on Vorel's arm and just like watching everyone else in the room as they start stirring and getting up. She's already awake.
Very well. Well, Falcon barges in, and the scent of ground coffee, already brewed, hits everybody's nostrils as he makes the rounds to each one of you, offering you a mug of the drink. Well, saying to you all, I know it is quite early. However, the Manse isn't far. It's about 5 miles northeast of here, and probably best to make our way there early so that way we're not lingering there to the dark hours. Uh, but if you'll have me, I'd like to come with you all.
I will definitely take the coffee he's offering.
Well, I don't see an issue with another set of hands.
He nods. Excellent. Uh, your parents there, Mr. Fortno, uh, have suggested going on the lookout for Kuri. If you don't know who that is, Kuri is a lizard folk of the same size as Korea out there. I'm under the impression that they're family, but he's under the dragon's influence and has been for about a week and a half. They tell me that the reason that's an issue is because the dragon's rage doesn't allow for sleep or rest. So he's probably been on the move for a full week and a half, and they're eager to find him before he dies of exhaustion. So they're setting out that way. If you wanted to catch them, well, I'd do well to wait by the guardhouse for at least another 15 minutes, I'm sure. Your mother's already out there.
Well, I don't believe I would delay them anymore. It doesn't suit anyone to not begin searching as soon as they can.
You sound like your mother when you talk. Your father was all about, I must prepare, I must prepare. uh, well, I've got some food in the kitchen for you all. If you all are hungry, get you some victuals. We'll say meet out in the courtyard in about an hour, and then we'll be on our way. Sound fair?
Yep.
Very well.
Awesome. Do you all have horses?
No.
No, but we did have a wagon we could utilize, I suppose, in the traverse of the woods. However, that could be a bit difficult.
He shakes his head. No. I've got a few spare for you. I've only got two, however, so somebody's going to have to share. He side eyes the small one in the room.
Thorn narrows her eyes at him.
Well, I I don't know that I'll be able to share, so yes, we may know how this pairing goes after all.
Uh-huh. Well, in an hour then. And he turns, he raises his mug of coffee at you all. And he actually, on his way out, he kneels next to Vorel and takes her wrist, checks her pulse, otherwise gives her a once over to make sure that she's well, and then departs.
Thorn considers biting him. She will not bite him, though.
He smells
For
like
now.
steak.
Just does not help your case.
The urge to bite grows.
Don't bite the nice man giving us food and room and board, please.
Well, the hour is yours to do with as you please. Does anybody have anything in particular that they would like to do?
I wake the fuck up by drinking deep of my coffee and getting food.
He spiked it with cocaine. Please add.
Perfect. Wait, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Please add the
You're gonna-
legendary effect addicted to your skill.
You'll be hasted, but then the exhaustion will start kicking.
Oh
in.
God, you're hasted for 5 minutes. Excellent. You're now You have 6 exhaustion. Well, fuck.
I have a potion like that in my other campaign. I think that Thorn watches her companions get themselves ready, but I think that she like turns her face towards Voral's and is just like staring at her mom. And like it's not like a mean stare or like a sad stare. It's just like it's like a kid coming into their parents' room at like 3 a.m. and just standing next to the bed.
So it's a creepy stare. Got it.
Yeah, it's a little bit creepy, but like Thorn's tail is like gently like thumping. She's just waiting for Voral to wake up.
Roll me a perception check. It might help if I have the game up.
Oh boy.
You, having seen this happen before, you go to look at your mother's face, and one of her eyes immediately twitches shut.
I think that Thorn just kind of like gets a little bit closer to her face and just goes, Mom, am I adopted?"
She immediately goes invisible.
I
Camouflage kicks in hard.
am not having this conversation now. Fuck off. It also does give you your answer.
It is far too early, you hear, and the warmth of her body suddenly vacates from around you.
Okay, but that doesn't answer Thorn's question.
Does your blood actually matter?
Thorn kind of cocks her head a little bit. No, but Thorn thinks that it is important to know where Thorn is from. Thorn's people will always be Thorn's people, but the speaker should know of their heritage.
She reappears, standing up, stretching languidly. How old is Thorn?
7, maybe 12.
No. No, Jackie. How old is Thorn?
Thorn is 7.
8 years ago, we were gifted an egg by a traveling band of kobolds who wished to pass through our domain unharried. You were that egg. You had the mark of Semwanya on the shell and at birth. So, to say you belong to the kobolds, I don't necessarily know is true. Maybe they did birth you, and maybe at some point you truly belonged to them, but at some point Semwanya claimed you. And through him, we were gifted another beautiful daughter. And a scaly claw traces from the tip of from your forehead down to the tip of your nose and flicks it down. Does that suffice to answer you?
Thorn nods. Thorn believes that the kobold named Vera that is here is Thorn's mother, birth mother, egg layer. Thorn is very confused by all of these terms. Thorn thinks that Vera is family. Thorn thinks that kobolds and lizard folk should come together. We are stronger together against this threat.
Vorl sighs deeply. Would that it were so simple. But as speaker, if you were to talk to Yubaba, I'm sure we could come to an arrangement. However, you should know of our history with the kobolds. There's a reason they were harried. There's a reason they were attacked. And there is a reason they were fleeing. And while I do not know everything, I do know that not all kobolds are going to be as friendly as mayhap where you came from.
Thorn nods. That may be true, but our people are also friendly. We have more in common with them than Thorn thinks that would be expected. But yes, Thorn will have a conversation with you, Baba.
If that is your wish.
Thorn then plows into her mother and just a big ol' hug. And I mean, Vorl is significantly taller than Thorn, so I think it's just like a hug around the waist. If she just headbutts her in the gut.
Your mother is easily staggered. You can tell that she is not near full strength and that she should probably not be standing. As she does stagger with what little weight you throw at her.
Well, Mom, you need to go lay back down.
Yes, well, having a toddler in my lap.
Thorn is an adult. It's just a little Superman pose.
Yes, my 7-year-old adult.
Thorn is an adult. Thorn feels it in Thorn's heart.
Yes, and Yubaba does too, god damn it.
Don't worry, that's just the heartburn kicking in from last night's meal. It's okay.
Nobody asked you, Skunk Man. Thorn will give her a little pat on the arm. Don't worry, Mom. We're gonna go find Dad, I think.
Yes, I heard Falcon say as such. I need to go with them.
Mom, you should stay here.
Her eyes immediately narrow at you.
Scary.
Speaker, you may have become, little Thorn, but I will forever be your mother.
Thorn is scared. Thorn runs out.
Vorl looks at Reginald and Lionel in turn. You two will take care of her. Or is she taking care of the two of you, as like is the case?
Well, I suppose it's a little bit of both, perhaps. Certain elements of care are provided by us or myself, and certain others maybe are provided by Thorn. So it is mutual.
Are you feeding her?
Well, she mostly feeds us and herself, but yes, to an extent, I would say that she's eating well.
She unfolds to a towering height, nowhere near as tall as, say, Coria, but considerable compared to a humanoid, and approaches Reginald. And she sticks her face within inches of you and Mm. Yes, well, I don't suppose there's much meat on you anyway to be had. And what of you? And her head snaps to Lionel. The
What of me?
skunk man, was it?
Not a skunk, for the love of all that's holy. It's not early enough. I don't have enough coffee in me.
The description is apt from your scent, so.
I don't care who you are. You are smart enough and old enough to know the difference between a skunk and a hyena. That is just rude.
You wear no fur to me. You seem like a man. You just stink like a beast.
Oh. You know what? Fuck it. Lionel is not in the mood to deal with this right now, and I'm going to burn a shifting.
For the sake of roleplay, you do not have to eat a charge for this.
Okay. I will very quickly just shift into my hybrid form where my snout will grow out. I will gain like a tuft of hair on my back that is clearly that of like a striped hyena, and my snout will go canine and stuff like that. Not a skunk. And I will shift back in.
Totally a skunk.
Not even here. Go away. The grin that spreads across her face as you shift, and she, in a very almost snake-like fashion, switches from being inches away from Reginald to inches away from you.
Oh no.
As she takes in your scent and ooh, can you do that anytime you wish? Can you do it with other creatures? Is it just dog?
It's only me and others of my race that can do that unless you're a werewolf.
Why do you sound so... Does Lionel actually sound timid?
Yes, because she's wrapping his fucking face. Have to understand, he pivots very quickly sometimes with emotions. He doesn't have the best charisma.
She's taken aback a little bit at your sudden timid going from the
to then going back to more normal. Yeah. If she backs off, he'll kind of go back into a more he'll go into a normal speech pattern, and he will just say, I can't do it to other creatures. Werewolves can do it, and they have a much stronger form, but I am descendant of werewolves and other therianthropes. And your other question being, I don't know. I have never tried to shift into the side that my father takes after. This is my mother's inheritance. And it's very weird for me, because it should not be passed through males. It should only go to females.
Her eyes are vertical slits in front of you.
See that look, John? All you gotta do is ask.
She when I said that she backs off, I did not mean that she puts space between you, more that your voice made her head kind of like
swiv. Okay,
yeah.
I got you.
So, but suddenly it's back in your face, and she's like taking in every little detail of you, and she's like, Therianthrope, hyena. What is your father's side?
Wolf.
Never shun the gifts of a mother.
I do not.
She swiftly turns and says, "They were better than the dog anyway." And she strides out, looking every bit as graceful as any royalty that any of you had ever seen. Her agileness, doing very well at hiding her exhaustion.
Mhm.
But the words of Falcon do ring pretty clear in everybody's ears that the dragon's toll is that you will run until death. And nobody knows how long Vorel has been on her feet, or had been. So, that being said, Vorel exits. I assume Thorn is just out in the courtyard futzing about. Coria is tending to beasts with the servants and some of the kobolds, helping them about. He looks absolutely bedraggled, soaked in the rain. It's kind of cold. He's kind of pissed off about it. But the servants complete their tasks with everybody's help. And you all are free to go in to eat your breakfast if you would like.
We'll definitely do that.
Yep. Yeah, Original's not going to skip that just to get on the road.
As you all enter the feasting hall, the dining room, you see your father, Reginald, stuffing his face with mounds and heaps of some sort of victual. And as he spots you, he it's kind of comic. He's like bent over the table, drowning it all as he's like taking these huge bites. And he looks at you, he's like, "Don't tell your mother." And he immediately like shoves a mug in his face and grabs another loaf of bread and runs past you. "Be good, my boy," and is out the door.
Okay. The carb goblin is in and out.
You could tell it's probably going to be a day for spells. But there's a feast prepared for you: pork, bacon, different kinds of breads, anything that you could really think of. It's there. Core, having done all of the cooking, has presented it all in a very pleasing manner and offers you either beer, coffee, or water.
Well,
Coffee.
I will have a coffee, please.
More coffee.
He fetches and delivers your drinks. What is Thorn drinking?
Thorn's just drinking water.
Well, that's just boring.
Thorn doesn't do bitter bean juice.
Thorn does do alcohol very well, we might add.
Yeah, but Thorn's gotta be responsible today.
That you do. Well, as you all are finishing eating, Falcon winds up coming down the stairs. Greets you all, and he's wearing a suit of leather armor underneath a tunic that has a nice blue and green shirt. He's wearing a hat with a long red feather on it. And strapped on his back is a sword and a bow. For all intents and purposes, he will be a companion for you all as you all set forth. If there's in some way, shape, or form that you all would like to maneuver him or control him, just let me know, and I will do my best to position him accordingly. But he greets you all. He tells you all that he's had 3 horses saddled, one for him and 2 for you all.
Mm-hmm.
It'll make getting there much quicker, as the path is pretty clear. He's done a decent job at keeping it clear on his end, but from the recent attacks, orcs have actually cleared out the way, he informs you. So getting there shouldn't be too hard. I'm sorry. We need a minute.
Yep.
Okay.
To both put down the kid and kill the cat.
Noted.
While you're doing that, I'll be right back. I need to
Okay.
use the restroom. Oh, joy. I have a notes section now in your journal. Yay.
I'm just catching up on some work email items from things my prior manager that's now, a side coworker went and just sent out like a blast of all those different things need to be fixed for a bunch of my techs for time entries.
Mm-hmm.
That, and he scheduled like 6 annual meeting reviews with all the techs and me because he was their manager for like 11 months out of the year that we're reviewing. So he's like, he's still running it and I'm just going to sit in on it kind of deal. So,
Mm-hmm.
but it means that in the next 2-3 days, I'm basically going to be in meetings up to my eyeballs.
Ugh.
So it'll be
Yeah.
like a meeting at 9, a meeting at 10, a meeting at 3 o'clock. Tomorrow I have tomorrow I have a meeting at 9, a meeting at 10, a meeting at 3:30, a meeting at 4 o'clock. The following day, meeting at 9, meeting at 10, meeting at 3:30. So,
Yep, I
yeah.
remember those days from my last job.
Not to
They
mention,
always
I have
suck.
to go back and look. Did he schedule that on Thursday? Because if he scheduled it on
Probably.
Thursday, we are not available to meet because we are tied up all day long on another item. The 11th. Okay, he didn't. Good. So just tomorrow and Wednesday, I will basically be in meetings up to my ass. So
That's
But-
the asshole. Got it.
Well, we're back.
yeah,
Ready to continue?
Mm-hmm.
let's do this.
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, Falcon has the horses saddled and ready to go for you all. It sounds like Lionel and Thorn are sharing a mare, so assuming that Thorn allows that to happen.
Oh, I guess.
Uh,
It's okay. I got a nice little backpack she can ride side saddle in. Just stick her in
Fuck
there. Oh, it's okay. Just be quiet. You'll be fine. It's nice and cozy and warm.
I will bite you.
but he leads you through the woods to the northeast, and you all travel for about an hour, and you come across a hodgepodge of turned soil, indicating tracks and travel. A large group of humanoid figures. Mixed inside of those are footprints that you don't recognize and animal prints as well. It's a forest, so it's to be expected.
Mhm.
But as you all approach it, the falcon is actually the one who notices it and points it out, indicating individual footprints and explaining to you all what he has found, which is tracks of a large group of individuals. And he says, "It doesn't look good. These go in the direction of the woodland manse, but I don't. Well, I guess you'll just have to see it in order to understand. There's just no reason to bring that many people there."
Unless they're needed for something.
Well, that's the thing. Like, I've been through the manse. Uh, there's no altars or anything like that that would signal like a summoning or anything like that, or a sacrifice or anything. So it seems odd to me, but
To our understanding so far, the Talos cultists and the dragon have been completely separate problems we've been dealing with, yeah?
correct.
But activity from humanoids and beings controlled by the dragon has also been in this area, correct?
Correct.
And I forget, was the dragon last seen flying towards this area or no?
You haven't seen the dragon in 4 days.
Yeah.
It has been roughly that many days since Butterskull Ranch. Butterskull Ranch kind of left you all. There was a very brief moment where the skies were clear.
Mm-hmm.
But since Butterskull and a little bit before, it has been almost pretty consistently thunderheads and overcast, which the dragon has either been making use of to cover its own flights or uh, has not been in the area entirely.
I'm just maybe spitballing here, and go ahead and tell me to shut up if we don't want to think about this possibility just yet. But is it possible that the cultists and the dragon are either working together, or the dragon has gotten its influence into some of the cultists, and they're now bringing these people to just be made into more pawns of the dragon? 'Cause
It seems a bit outlandish, I believe, that you know, cultists of Talos would be in league with a dragon, but I suppose it would make some sense in given the numbers we're seeing.
And as Falcon said, there's no altar or anything out that way, and I know that Talos cultists tend to have an altar, but they tend to need to build it first, and it's not normally slipshod or ramshacked or anything like that. It's still well constructed from what we've seen of them.
And are we sure that there's no substructure or hidden element where such a temple or altar may reside?
Falcon shrugs. I don't rightly know. Uh, these parts of the woods are heavily influenced by old elven magic and old elven ruins. Uh, the manse used to be inhabited by a elven woman who was interested in studying it. It being the surrounding ruins and the magical phenomena around here. But that was a long time ago, and I know that the cultists, or I don't even know that they're cultists, if I'm being honest. They're half orcs, and I know that usually that's the case. However, I know that they reside here, and I know that they have taken their odd pot shot at me. I've been through here. I've been into the manse before it was taken over. But as for substructures, it's a 2-story mansion. I don't believe there's anything below it, but I've only been in it a couple of times.
And we only have one way to find out.
No,
Yes.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
As you say, yes, we only have one method of discerning whether or not there is such a place. Simply searching, and I hope you brought a shovel.
Um, Falcon nods, and though I dread it to think about, an evil god being in league with an evil dragon or anything like that, I don't really think that's the case. Just because I've seen some dead orcs around here that I know I didn't kill, and they've been eviscerated. And I've seen the way Kuri kills. It's pretty similar. But I guess we won't know until we know, right? So
Yep.
yeah, clicks his teeth at his horse, and on you all go. Arriving ultimately, please don't fucking break. Before a mansion. Can everybody see?
Yep.
Character move check. Phenomenal.
It's the not pigs. Oh no.
This is the third time that I've put down a marker for Falcon, and it has not worked. And I don't know what I'm doing wrong. So we're just going to wing it without one.
Yeah, all I could think of is what layer you may or may not be on
Yeah, he might be on
when
a
you're
different
placing
layer.
it. And similarly, that if it's a token that's tied to a character sheet, that everybody essentially has visibility / access to the token / character sheet. But outside of that, yeah, I don't know. I'd have to tinker with it. But if it doesn't work, we can use a really cool low-tech method. And just be like, Falcon is right here. F.
All right. So you arrive at a mansion. The mansion is almost completely covered in ivy. Surrounding it are pumpkin patches. Those are the green patches with the orange pumpkins in them. Um, there are boars around that look similar to the same boar that you saw on your first expedition into the wood. Right? It
Kill
looks
them.
like
Kill them all right now.
it looks like a standard boar.
Fireball.
You want me to cook that bacon real
Yeah.
quick?
Just want to remind you,
They
if
hurt.
they live, they can all lightning bolt. If they are still the same.
No, just kill them all now. One shot them.
Ignoring that and hoping that that's not the case for you all.
Reginald stays his hand.
Falcon kind of paces back and forth, eyeing the boars. They make me nervous, but they're not attacking, so I say we do the same. And look out for patches of ivy. It seems to reach up and grab you as you walk through it.
Very well. Animated ivy and, well, transformed individuals.
Maybe. But here we are. Welcome to the Manse. You all want me to lead, or would you all like to take point?
Well, I'm not much of a point person, but, whomever would so like to choose that role be my esteemed guest.
You know this place better than us, unfortunately. You've been here once or twice, right, Falcon?
In years past, yep.
Well, at least until we get inside, you'll know the best way at least to get in pretty quick.
Very well.
Not like the door that's right in front of us.
I know.
technically.
I know.
I wasn't gonna say anything, but
I'm not either. Listen.
Just to kind of give you all an idea of what you're looking at.
Mhm.
The mansion covered in ivy. There are patches of rough terrain. I will let you know if you all stumble across one before you decide to commit to that movement.
Okay.
The pumpkin patches around, there seems to be something wrong with them. And the boars are keen on them. The boars themselves seem like wild animals. One or two of them may be eyeing you suspiciously, but honestly, they just appear as a normal wild animal would, unlike the one that you encountered out in the wood prior that stood up against you. These ones are keen on eating pumpkins.
No, it's a trap. He's lying.
Listen, if these things
He's
are
lying.
not getting ready to charge at us, I agree with Falcon. We just leave them the fuck alone.
Look at that good bear.
This is not being a spider monkey this time.
At the moment.
Yeah.
Well, Falcon is going to lead you all, along the path up to a balcony. Stone steps climb onto a portico with a stone balcony overhanging it at a height of 10 feet. Vines wrap around the balcony's support pillars and its crumbling stone railing. The ground floor entrance features a double door with a giant boar's head crudely carved into it. An unmarred double door stands closed on the balcony. So, to illustrate this a little bit better, right? You've got stairs, you've got the platform, and then above it, there is a second floor balcony itself that you all, if you so choose, can climb up to.
So entry at the ground level, ask, or climb up to come in at the second level.
Correct.
Well, let me see. Do I have anything that? I mean, I have a python, I have a hammer, and I have rope, so we can fashion a very simple rope thing if we can just get up there, which I imagine Falcon might be able to help us with if we want to climb up and make it easier. The other thing is if we want to try one of the windows, I can't. If it's locked, I can potentially pick it.
The ivy will make the climb
easier.
It won't be an easy climb, however.
Right.
Yeah. That would be my concern with the windows, would be that maybe they would be more of a treacherous attempt to gain entry through a window because of the ivy.
Yeah.
Falcon kind of puts up his hand as you all are deliberating. He says, I'm not sure, but I think I hear something going on inside, which tells me that we're not alone. So if you guys are thinking about going upstairs and climbing, I don't know how much racket that's going to cause, but it might alert others to our presence.
Let's try and find a window we can get into. That's going to be less noise. I kind of just... it's like, I'm not the best at climbing.
What's wrong with the front door?
Nothing. You can certainly try it.
Yes, I I vie for the front door as well. It's well, right there.
Well, assuming that he's still in point or on point, then Falcon crests the step onto the balcony and opens the door. They open on creaking hinges. Uh, the doors themselves almost completely crumbled. But here you all are, officially inside the woodland ants.
Our little version of Falcon has changed.
It's having problems. Please stand
Oh
by.
boy. Oh boy. Things are happening.
As we get in, I'll ask Falcon, what direction did you hear the voices coming from? To our east, west, north?
I'm going to have somebody else roll for him,
Okay.
and I will add his bonus as applicable.
I'll roll it. What do you want me to roll? A d20?
Yep, just a d20.
Oh, okay. Yeah, see, I rolled a full on perception check, so
Falcon closes his eyes and listens intently. And he says, I'm fairly certain it's coming from the south.
Okay. So that way. All right. Well, let's check let's check our northern flanks first, just so that we don't get surprised by anything.
Uh, just to read the descriptions of each area as you're going on. The room that you are currently in is a downstairs hallway. It's just an undecorated hall featuring a creaky and moldy wooden staircase. The room to the north of you is a parlor. The door to it has been smashed to pieces, and the room is strewn with broken furniture, the remains of chairs, side tables, and a wine cabinet. A moldy circular rug covers most of the stone floor.
Okay. I will move forward into here for this room.
it was dangerous. You walked right past the door.
I know.
All right. Let's see here. This room, Lionel, is a dining room. It is covered with crude drawings in blood that depict boars chasing stick figure humanoids. Fireplace dominates the south side of the room, and a smashed wooden dining table lies in a heap on the eastern half of the room, surrounded by 6 broken chairs.
Okay. Think with that and seeing that Lionel kind of seeing that it's drawn in blood, Lionel kind of braces himself for what could possibly be behind one of these doors, and he will go ahead and try to open this one to his north.
Oh boy. You have found a kitchen.
Okay.
Although I use the term lightly, as the door directly to the north of the door you just opened has been smashed to bits, and it leads outside. Nature has taken over this room.
Okay. That I will step in here, and then open this door to my left and see what's here. I found a storeroom closet.
You have found a pantry.
Sweet.
Much of the roof of this pantry has collapsed, but nature has also taken over in here.
Okay. That's good. We'll then come back down towards the others and just inform them. Dining room, kitchen, pantry. It doesn't look like anyone's been in the pantry or kitchen. Nature decided it was this, and no one decided to argue.
Thorn and Lionel, go ahead and roll me perception checks.
Perception. Boom. I'm rolling great tonight.
So, Thorn and Lionel, as you all are scanning the room that you're currently in, just looking it over, it is a dining room. There doesn't seem to be anything of value initially. However, as you all are conversing in here, looking around as you do, you notice a glint of silver on the underside of the smash table. And there is a pure silver. Damn it, I lost it already. What the fuck is the word? It's written somewhere. Hold on. A tarnished silver candelabrum.
Candelabra.
Candelabrum.
Estimated to be worth about 25 gold if you all choose to take it.
I mean, Lionel will definitely be like, "Oh, free money," and he will pick that up. He'll probably also look at it in a sense of, "I can fix this and make it better."
Yes, but look at the tarnish on it. I don't believe it's worth the effort.
Nothing a little ice bath won't solve.
Falcon's right. A little bit of an ice bath and some new oil on it will be good as new, if not better. I could even add a couple of new features to this.
Well, I'm glad you'll be carrying it.
That was the most condescending I've heard Reginald yet.
I'll just make it. I'll just make it shoot pyrotechnics and then give it to Reginald as a birthday gift. Okay. So you said the drawings in here in blood are depicting boars chasing humans, essentially.
Humanoids, but yeah.
Yeah.
Little stick figures.
Mm-hmm. They're not. The drawings aren't chasing them to something specific. They're just chasing the humanoids around, correct, for the boars?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we found what they want to do for sport, at least, it looks like. I'm not an expert in religion, but something they appear to like, I guess. Ugh.
Falcon
Yes,
holds
maybe.
up his... I'm sorry, go ahead.
Maybe some form of the hunted becoming the hunter.
Let's not grace this by calling it religion. This is savagery at its finest, okay?
Fair enough. I think with everyone else in here, Lionel will then get ready and kind of signal to them, and he's going to try and open the south door. And then he will do so.
Stone steps lead down to a flagstoned courtyard that has a pillared arcade to the east. 7 windows on the upper level overlook the courtyard, in the middle of which is a 5-foot wide stone well with thick vines erupting from it. You are in a central courtyard, the center of which is a well. Growing through this well is some form of growth. You think it's a tree. It has very gnarled, blackened roots and vines entangling outside of it.
Do any of you people with more smarts in nature who have lived in the woods far longer than I have understand what this could be? Because that just looks like some disease growth that is not supposed to be there.
Has Thorn seen this before?
Let's make it a nature check. Thorn, you recognize this as something called a Gulthias tree. The Gulthias tree is a huge plant with blood for sap.
Thorn looks at that and says, "Don't touch that thing."
As you all are entering this room, not only do you notice this huge Gulthias tree at this point, Falcon will kind of hold up his hand and say, "There's that sound again." And you hear pretty clearly some guttural snorts and yells erupt from the southeast corner of the manse.
Okay. Well, if I hear them from there, I guess I will cross over to here, kind of keeping my eye on the tree as I do so. Just because Thorn said, "Don't touch it," and it's like, oh great, is this thing gonna try and eat me now? And then I will open this door as I get to it.
You have reached a room that was once a bedchamber. Uh, this room was once a bedchamber, kitchen, and a dining room rolled into one. 4 beds stand along the south wall with shuttered windows and nightstands between them. Against the west wall are 4 wardrobes and a cabinet full of plain dishware and cutlery. 4 chairs surround a small dining table in the northeast corner, and a trestle table strewn with pots and cooking utensils stand near a blackened fireplace. All the furnishings are made of wood. The ceiling in the southwest corner of this room has collapsed.
Mm-hmm. Huh. I guess whatever's making the noise is above us or below us.
How loud are you talking?
I am talking lower than probably normal speech, but it's not like a whisper. It's definitely not a whisper, I know that, because there's still some distance between us, but I'm not like shouting or anything like that.
The guttural sounds and vocalizing, which is coming from above you at this point,
Mm-hmm.
stops abruptly, and you hear a shh.
I just point up with my finger and don't say a word. But they might have heard me.
And Reginald will simply roll his eyes like, yes, yes, obviously.
um, God, I have stuff.
Roll,
Go
roll a
ahead.
d20.
Okay.
Don't fuck up.
Well, we'll see. It could be a high as bad too.
Could
I don't
be.
know what he's spacing.
A few tense moments go by, and you hear a, "That was nothing. Probably more rats." And the conversation picks back up in a language that you don't understand.
Yeah. Okay. I think With that, I will step back into this room so I'm closer to them so I can actually speak in a whisper, and I will do so. And they're above that room. We're probably gonna have to go to the second floor to get to them headway. But there is a part of that room that had the collapsed ceiling in it, so if we want to, we could maybe bring them down to us. I just don't know who else is up there.
So, just let me make sure I have this correct. Your plan is to potentially go up there to find them, or to further destroy the structure to bring them down to us?
Yes, considering I have no idea what's going on and I don't know what's up there, and I figure one is either better than the other. That's why I said that it is an option.
Ah, yes. Well, I, for one, am not obviously the most strategic individual I've ever met, but I feel like the oversight perhaps here is that we are, in fact, inside of the structure where these collapsing would be taking place, and, well, I don't want to be a part of that, if you get my meaning.
To be fair, it looks like it's really just that particular section of the house. Everything else seems fairly sturdy so far from what I've seen from its construction.
Yes, but it is old. Look, it's got a tree growing in a well. You saw the pantry. Well, in either case, I don't think we should further destroy the structure. Maybe we should try to locate stairs instead.
I mean, there are stairs all the way back in the first room that we came in.
Yes, well, that may be good then. No, unless we're going to climb up from the outside. That is another option, I suppose, but
No, fuck that.
right.
I'm going to use the stairs.
yes, good plan.
I need both of you and Thorn, all three of you, to roll a perception check.
I swear to God, this fucking plant slowly starts inching towards us. I'm going to be mad.
Oh man, I am just rolling for the fences tonight.
Where?
I'm just getting
is
them
it?
out of the way early.
Yeah,
worry.
I
So
hope
you can
so.
so you can nat 20 your fireball.
See?
I
You're
hope
fine.
so.
You're fine. You're not the lowest. You're fine.
Oh,
Don't
yeah,
worry.
you have a -1.
Falcon saved you all.
I have a +5.
That's insane. Falcon waves at you all and points to the southwest door, right here, that you all have now noticed that is completely destroyed, but it leads into a separate room. And as you all follow his pointing, you think you see the shifting of movement inside of that room.
Okay. Well, none of us are the stealthiest fuckers in the world, so
I mean, I'm not that bad at it.
I have
we
a
can
plus,
go ahead and stealth and go take a look.
I have a +4, but I also have disadvantage. So
Don't look at me. I have a +1 at best. Oh
Reginald
no!
will
Oh,
attempt.
never mind.
You have a
+4,
better than.
I forgot. I have a
Yeah,
+5.
yeah.
The same as
Fuck you.
Never mind then.
Would you all like Falcon to do it?
No, that's okay. I can try and do it.
Okay.
Are you wearing armor?
Technically, I'm not wearing my armor yet because it's a free action for me to don it because of
Okay.
how he and I constructed it.
Okay. I just had to make sure because you know what they do when you try to make a stealth check with armor.
It's disadvantage, I know. But no, in this case, I talked with V the first time I was using it when I first created it. So it's special. Okay, I will go ahead and make a stealth attempt and try and get over to that doorway so I can see it.
Roll it with disadvantage.
Okay.
Ooh.
You are stepping over vines.
Yep. Makes sense. 15.
Ooh.
Fuck you.
I forgot I had a +4 in this. I'm sorry.
So I'm going to say that you cross the threshold.
Okay.
It'll be easier to explain what you are about to see.
God. Okay.
This room is completely dark. You have night vision, though, right? Dark vision?
I should, yes. Where the fuck is it in my stuff?
Left hand side under your passives. Your passive.
Yep, I have dark vision 60 feet. Yeah.
What used to be some sort of laboratory lies in ruins. Its furnishings are broken and heaped against the wall. In the middle of the room, painted on the floor with mud, is a 10-foot wide symbol depicting 3 lightning bolts joined at their tips. If you'd like to either guess at this point or
I have a good idea, I think.
or roll, you may.
I'm gonna say Talos for 500, Trebek.
You witness, however,
Oh God.
a half orc performing some sort of ritual. Where the lightning bolts converge, a half orc wearing hide armor performs an eerie dance while consuming the entrails of a dead possum. Standing around the half orc are several small twig figures. He has not noticed you.
Okay.
This is the weirdest tea party I've ever seen.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So he's in this room. He's doing Mr. Trollo. He's consuming possum entrails, and there are 7 twig figures standing around him. Is there movement coming from the twig figures, or are they just like statues?
They're just several small twig figures. They're not moving or anything
Okay.
special.
Okay.
Dude is just tripping balls, having a good time, all right?
Yeah. I don't think I have anything.
What a lovely tea party. All of his guests think so too.
Yeah. No, I don't have anything that can easily knock him out. I think what I will do though is I will quickly kind of step back over this through the threshold just so that they can see me.
Roll me
Uh,
another stealth check.
Right, because I'm going over the vines.
As you cross the threshold again,
I trip on something, don't I?
you forget that there's stone steps. There's only 2 that lead up into this room. You are coming in and out of a courtyard, and maybe your footfall is just a little bit too heavy.
Yep.
And you hear the dancing stop.
Shit. As soon as I hear the dancing stop, I quickly look at everyone there. I signal that there's one person in there, and I immediately have my armor come up for him. Hey. And the head plate just kind of snaps on in front of me too, so that it's just like this canine visor. And then I just turn to look at the doorway and wait.
Everybody, please roll initiative. Why does it do this?
All right. Token is highlighted. Initiative. There we go.
Yep. I'm very much like that, Junie, but instead of, having Iron Man have all the machines do it, think of it more like Venom and Carnage for the battle
Right.
going on him.
Right.
Sierra 117 does it better.
Listen, I haven't worked all the kinks out yet, okay? It's a prototype. Leave me alone.
It's weird his name's wrong. Well, Lionel, you have an action to take.
Okay. How much movement do I have considering combat started? And I
We
was
are not in combat yet. However, we
okay.
have entered a turn-based mode.
Gotcha. Okay.
Ooh.
He does not know that you are here yet.
Yeah.
However,
Okay.
you suspect he is about to investigate the sound he just heard.
Okay. I think. What can I do? I think what I will do is I will move over to this corner of the room. And what I will then do. Uh, what I will then do is I will cast Prestidigitation and I will use it to create like a faint, a harmless sensory effect, which it can be like a shower of sparks, puff of wind, etc. And I'm going to do it like it's the murmur of voices talking coming from there. So hopefully that when he comes to investigate, his first instinct is to look this way. So then he'll see them, but he won't see me, and I can hopefully get a surprise attack on him.
Okay.
And that is what I am doing.
Okay. Thorn, would you like to do anything?
Thorn will hold an attack for when Lionel attacks this thing.
Very well. The half-orc, you hear him grumbling as he marches down, gets up to this wall. And you said it was a sound of murmurs?
Yeah, of murmurs and talking. And let me just see if it has a specific duration. It's a 1 hour duration.
Will
There's
you?
big old conversation going on.
Well,
Will you-
it's. Go ahead.
Will you please roll a d20?
Yes. Oof. Okay.
Uh, the half-orc, I imagine you're kind of peeking around, listening, watching this.
Yeah, I'm trying to keep my ears open
You
more
see
than
that
my eyes.
he is listening intently to the murmurs,
Mm-hmm.
uh, as if he suspected that it was the orcs on the other side of the wall upstairs. However, recognizes that it's not them. He says a word that you do not recognize. And I'm sorry, a lot of stuff is about to happen, so I need a little bit of time to prepare for it.
It's
All
fine.
good.
This is where one of two things happen. His fist comes to the wall and grabs my neck and rips me through it. Or B, the tree decides to get in on the action and grabs me instead. The third option is everyone crashes down from the floor above us. I'm not sure which scenario is worse.
Son of a goddamn bitch. All right. Emerging from the well, several thorny uh, wooden husks, humanoid in shape, uh, climb out in all directions.
Well, that's great.
Crap. The dreaded fifth option. Plant people from the underground.
That's right. No one had that on their bingo card.
Nope.
All of which notice you in some way, shape, or form.
Spook!
They do not get to act beyond separating themselves from the tree. However, they are there. And you hear a stirring inside the room that the half orc is in.
Fuck the twigs, too. Son of a bitch.
And additionally, at the sound of the shuffling and the scraping of bark, and it isn't by no means a quiet affair, them clambering out of this well, whatever is upstairs grunts and bangs and says, "Let's go check it out." But that brings us ultimately to Reginald's turn.
Goodness. I feel like this is the moment that a wizard was built for.
Everything's about to get shitty.
I think Reginald is going to kind of take a few steps back and aghast from the stings that clambered out of the well and look, oddly reminiscent of people. And then he's going to burn it all with fire. Going to cast fireball, and I'm going to target it right here. So I should be able to go 10-foot radius around it and just narrowly not hit anybody on my team. Very cautiously.
You're bringing down the house, yes.
Okay, it's fine. You take a moment. It's fine.
Listen, my plan was much better. I was going to cast Shatter.
What is the save for this?
So the save for that is Dex 14. And I'll roll the I'll roll that there for you. Oof, nice.
Ooh.
Not bad.
Okay.
Thank you, Avocation Mastery.
Fuck. This was not well thought out on my part. Oh.
You broke him. Congratulations.
You delete the piece of tree that they climb from and them. Just in a flash. These 4 things that I was planning on fucking ruining y'all's day with are just unfairly gone, and as is part of the tree.
I feel like this was exactly how this was supposed to play out from a wizard's perspective. Like something surprises you and it's bad and ugly, and you hit it with fireball.
It's maniacally funny for me because these are wood.
Yeah.
So they're susceptible to fire.
Fire, yeah.
And you just did 60 points of damage to all of them. 30 at a minimum. And the tree itself is bleeding.
I would imagine. But I will definitely be journaling tonight.
That's what he calls it.
If you don't have it already.
Okay.
That's what he calls it. Journaling. Got it.
So, what is there anything else you'd like to do?
I mean, after that kind of action, sort of feeling a little bit better that he's helped to, remove some threat from the situation of the weird things that came out of nowhere. That's pretty much it. He's just gonna keep his eyes out and see, because obviously you heard commotion from upstairs. So
you can only cast that once, right?
Oh no. I have the ability to cast it one more time before I can't cast it anymore, assuming that I don't have any other items or the capacity to use like anything to regain a spell slot. Which I don't know that I do have Arcane Recovery, but I'm pretty sure
I think
I can get one. I can get one more slot to cast with.
Yeah.
Well, it is now Falcon's turn. Falcon moves over to near Lionel and takes a shot with his bow inside of the room. There is a whir and a thunk and a grunt and a and Falcon goes, fuck.
Shit, he's on the bath salts.
Then I've only added like half the turns that need to happen. But for now, we're gonna mobilize.
I remembered when I leveled up last time. I took a feat specifically to avoid such friendly fire scenarios. So I'm okay. We'll be okay.
We'll be okay now.
Yep. Yeah, it's whatever the sorceress based feat was for being able to do sculpt spells.
Oh, getting a meta magic or something.
Yeah.
There is an immense amount of shuffling from inside of the room. And then, because I didn't fucking add their turns, I now have to add everybody else's turn.
Oh, I take it back. I didn't do that.
I'm still in danger. Good to know. I'm glad I have absorb elements always.
No. I have sculpt spell. It's a passive thing for wizards now. That's not based on sorcery. But anyways,
even better.
There's a lot of things in the turn order. So,
Yeah.
things like hitting wooden creatures with fireball right now, I feel like is really helpful for us.
Yeah.
Lionel,
Mm-hmm.
you have heard an immense amount of shuffling of the natural kind to the southwest of you, and
Yeah.
the heavy thuds and footfalls of war to the southeast of you.
Yeah.
How
Okay.
would you like to act?
I'm going to move so I can see what's in here. Oh, I see him. Okay.
I see you.
I will then move here. See that problem? Oh shit. Fuck you. As he says that, as he says, "Oh shit, fuck you," I will then cast Shatter. And I will plop it right here. It is a 10-foot sphere. So
You got to get yourself fireball, man. I'm telling you.
I can't.
Does wonders. From one wizard to an absolutely not wizard.
Get Fireball. It'll do you
Get
good.
fireball, bro.
But I will plunk it down right on this one, and I need, or this one, excuse me. And I will need all those in the 10-foot sphere to give me a Constitution saving throw. DC is 15.
Said 15?
Correct.
And how many need to roll?
All within a 10-foot sphere
Of
of
which one?
this one.
Okay, so that's fucking 6 of them cold. Fuck
Yeah.
you.
It's not Fireball. Leave me alone. Why does he have the big dice? I'm scared. He's gonna beat me with it.
Only one of them fucking saved.
They take 10 points of thunder damage.
5 if they saved.
Correct.
They're actually made of wood,
Yeah. Which
an
I don't know.
inorganic material.
I think it's only. Let me just double check on Shatter. I should be able to just display it.
It just says inorganic materials such as stone, crystal, or metal.
Right. So it is. I'm gonna say it's your call if you want wood to count as that too.
It doesn't matter either way.
Okay.
You effectively obliterate 6 of them.
Woo! Okay. With that, I will then activate as a bonus action one of my defensive. Where the hell is the checks? Defensive fields. It's like I'm about to get hit by something, and that will be my turn.
Thorn, an outrageous ringing kaboom has just hit your ears, as well as the thundering footsteps of the orcs.
Thorn does not have any AoEs. Does Thorn see these orcs to the south of her?
Yes, that door is open.
Then Thorn is going to cast a thing. Thorn is going to cast Spiritual Weapon, and it's just a big ass frying pan. I'm going to cast it right here in this block. That's my bonus action. And it's going to take a swing at the orc next to it.
Okay.
So it's a 22 to hit that guy.
Roll the damage.
I already did. It's 7 damage.
Very well.
And then for my action, let's see, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Thorn's gonna move this way a little bit. And I'm gonna shoot through the door and hit that same orc twice with my crossbow.
Okay. I'm sorry, attacking the northernmost one or the southernmost
The
one?
southern one, the same one that my spiritual weapon attacked.
Okay. Your first bolt plinks it to death.
Oh, sweet. Then my second one goes to the guy to the north.
Very well.
And then Thorn will move over here. That'll be Thorn's turn.
Very well. Oh, goody.
I'm gonna get ouchied.
I mean, probably.
I deserve it though.
Yeah, you kind of went right in there with him. You could have
Yeah.
just waited, back here with the rest of us, like some kind of defensive line or a group, to protect each other.
Where's
But
the fun in that?
right.
Listen, what I was expecting to do was to step in, see him, punch him, and then move back, because if I hit him, I can push him back 10 feet. I did not expect to see more than 7 bullshit things that then change my plans immediately.
Please roll me a dexterity saving throw.
Ooh. Oh no. Oh no. No. No, no. I know what this is. 9. Almost positive it's that.
It's going to be something of that elemental type. That's for
Rolling
sure.
an awful lot of dice, so.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, like 86.
28.
Oof.
As you take the brunt of this lightning bolt, that does not stop at you,
Nope.
and leeches from you and strikes Falcon, or attempts to, with a very lucky dodge, having seen what it had done to you. He manages to twist and only be grazed by it, but he is severely wounded, not being of the same stock as you all.
Yeah, he a bitch.
Call it like you see him. Now, Reginald.
Goody.
Do it
Geez,
again.
well, I mean, I kind of can for my van. Well, not really. I can't really see in the door all that much. Like, you know, like right now, I can kind of get one in there right here, maybe through the door. But like, but then at the same time, like I could also kind of get one in through the door here too. So I don't know.
Guess you're gonna have to be a
Decisions.
little bit of balls.
Decisions. All right. Well, kind of obviously seeing the half orcs, that kind of drop down in the room, to the south that caused Thorn to back out. And your oh shit and lightning bolt shower that just came out of the other door. Reginald doesn't like either of those two things at all. So I think his approach is going to be. Yeah, I think he's going to throw a fireball down here. I think that spot maybe. It's like 1, 5, 10. He's over here. Could maybe try for this one. But then, but I have sculpt spells. All right, so Reginald is going to reposition a little bit. I think I have to actually cross over Thorn. There we go. And he's going to throw a fireball into the room over here.
Okay.
So, and with my wizard feat of sculpt spells, I am able to shape the targets to not hit a certain number of friendly targets of my choosing that is equal to 1 plus the spell's level to automatically succeed the saving throw against the spell. And they take no damage if they normally would take half.
Okay.
So, basically, Lionel is safe. And
Right.
he's not going to get hit by this fireball. So good for him. Even though sometimes maybe we wish he would get hit by the fireball anyways. But
Hey, piss off! I've absorbed elements for this reason
right.
when you get angry at me.
It's away. I can't even see the full extent of what would get hit by it, but it's a 20-foot circle from this position. I should say 20-foot sphere with the epicenter that's right here. So it'd be 10 feet in each direction. So I don't know if there's anything more like here or here or here. I can't see that because of my view. My vantage is obscured, which is probably excellent because I'm blindly throwing a fireball into another room.
What's the save?
Save is DC Dex 14.
God damn it.
To take half. If not, take full.
Will you roll me a d20?
Sure. 17.
Nice. So you go to cast this spell, and you're already feeling a little bit good about yourself. And there's magic in this place. You can already feel it. And there's a very evil tree between you and your target, but that's no matter to a master wizard like you. You know your target. You got a glimpse of it. That's all you needed. You don't need to study the debris and detritus of this world. You simply need to dispose of it. And as you launch this fireball, almost gracefully, you almost feel like your father watching him cast spells without looking, but still hitting their mark dead on. You hear the explosion, and you kind of hold your hand out for a second longer, and you
maybe snap your fingers, maybe do a flick of the wrist, but you send a little bit more energy, not from you, but from the world around you. And there's a follow-up explosion that launches Lionel.
Uh-oh.
That launches this half orc into the wall. He almost comically does a Wile E. Coyote pose on the wall, his arms kind of flailed all over the place before he limply falls to the ground, stunned. Very much still alive, but absolutely stunned.
I'll turn back and give a thumbs up to Reginald.
The wall that he collapsed into, though, has cracked, and
Oh,
through it,
shit. Mhm.
you are very clearly able to see several more orcs who are maybe looking at you in shock and awe after witnessing the face of their leader go through the wall.
Playing peekaboo now, are we? I see.
Peekaboo.
Does that complete your turn, Reginald?
That it does.
Phenomenal. Well, shit. You're lucky this thing doesn't hit very hard because I just crit.
Jesus Christ. Oh, yeah. 18 AC, you're going to be a pain in the ass. Immediately crits our first combat. Of the night.
Sometimes it be like that, okay?
Yep, it does. It do.
Please suffer 5 piercing damage.
That's a big splinter.
We have friends now.
Mm-hmm.
Lionel,
Yes.
it is your turn.
Yeah. Okay. So this guy is slammed into the wall and stunned on the ground. I have this thing to my left. 25. I am going to go ahead and I'm going to attack with my Thunder Gauntlets, and my first attack I'm going to do is going to be to the tree thing. See if I can hit that. Does a 24 hit?
Your Thunder Gauntlet blasts it backwards into absolute nothing.
Okay, good. And this guy is he prone, or was he just slammed up against the wall and it cracked and he's back on his feet?
He is prone.
Okay. In that case, then I will take a shot at him as well with the second punch, since he is prone. I get advantage, which I probably need it. Uh, 24 to hit again.
How did you do that?
I don't know. I really don't know.
Advantage.
Yeah, for 12 thunder damage against him. He can't move anywhere, though, because he's already on the ground, so it's not like he can be pushed further into the ground. And then...
Well,
I mean, yeah, but that's a little unfair to you, because that's like 10 feet into the ground.
let's just change it into force damage. Right?
You want to? I'm all for it. I'm not going to argue. But then after that, what I will do is I will step back and move to here. And I will use my bonus action to activate a defensive field again to give myself some more temporary hit points. The only thing I am not sure on is if he still gets an attack of opportunity against me because I'm left his threatened area. He's prone, but I don't know if that changes how the interaction works.
To put in perspective what you just did to this man, all right, he is 1 hit point away from being incapacitated.
Okay.
So you just thunder shocked him in an already prone position into the ground, and he is just like, he's taking a minute.
Okay.
He's not taking a minute. He might be stunned. You don't know, but
Right.
you hit him, and he just left you alone.
I hit it and quit it. Got it.
Does that complete your turn, though?
Yes, that completes my turn.
Thorn.
Thorn needs help.
Why the fuck are there so many?
I don't know. Thorn doesn't know. Thorn is just gonna start stabbing. I think she's gonna attack the orc that's south of Reginald. And she's just gonna start booming blading these dudes. Give me a second. This one.
Where does your second attack go?
To the same orc? Oh, it's deleted. To the orc to the south of me.
I don't know what it is with you in 7 and 8, but
I'm also going to use my bonus action to move my spiritual weapon 20 feet closer to us. I cannot move it, so I need someone else to move it for me, please. Yes, thank you. And that is my turn.
oh boy. Well, somebody gets up on their feet, half-heartedly stumbles out. Before, in a swift and precise movement, getting decapitated by Falcon.
Okay. Well, one less problem.
It's maybe like a little bit less of a bitch. Maybe a little bit. I don't know.
Reginald.
Yes. Well, given the current allotment, let's see.
Go ahead. Give us number 3.
I can't do that. Cannot do. I have to take a short rest to be able to get another slot of it back. So, in its stead,
Shatter.
maybe debating it. That would be single target. Yeah, I think it's gonna be Shatter. So I'm gonna cast Shatter right there. And because I have that cool sculpt spell ability, I can basically make sure that 3 friendly targets are not hit by it. But I don't need 3. So there's my roll. Oof, that was a pretty shit damage roll. But they have to pass Constitution of 14.
It's half damage on succeed.
Correct.
Is that rounded up?
Yes, usually.
Very well. Is there anything else you would like to do?
No, I think he's going to stay in this position after having thrown that out there to try to back up Thorn as much as he can.
Very well. Well, this orc is going to do something a little bit different. Thorn, will you please make me an athletics check? Or dexterity, whatever you're better at. Or acrobatics, I mean. This orc manages to grab a hold of you and is attempting to thrust you to the floor. Would you please roll me another acrobatics check? Either one. You are prone, and you are now lying in front of Reginald.
Holy.
This orc is going to take some swings with advantage at you. What's your AC? Please take 7 points of damage. Now, this orc is going to close in on you, Reginald. What is your AC?
Reginald's current AC with the magical benefit of mage armor is 16.
Damn. Would you please take 14 points of damage?
Spicy.
And then
Yep.
this orc, 10, 15.
Please take an additional 13.
Yikes! Is that me or her?
Her.
Okay, I was like, okay, you're really hitting me up now for killing all your mans.
Orcs have a +5 to hit with their great axes, so
Yeah.
and giving them advantage might have been a little bit unfair, but
I'm angry at the moment.
I feel ousted by
Justified.
all of the AoEs. So Lionel, it is your turn.
All right. Seeing them all just start to wall up on those guys over there, I am going to move that way. So 5, 10, 15, 20, and get right up behind this guy and attack him. Let me see. I am going to use my Thunder Gauntlets. 24 to hit.
Flanking too. You should have advantage.
Well, you're prone.
So yeah, you're prone, so it's not going to apply right now.
Okay. So 24 hits, though, I take it.
Yes, it does.
9 points
Still
of thunder
stands.
damage. And then a 10 to hit.
Negative.
Okay. So, but the good news is that he now has disadvantage on attack rolls against targets other than me until the start of my next turn. So he no longer, at least now, one of them at least no longer has advantage.
Very well. Thorn, take your pound of flesh.
Am I grappled? Don't I have to make a roll to get out of grapple?
No, so
Oh, he just pushed me down.
he
But
threw
dang
you
it.
to the ground.
Yeah.
Okay, then yes, I will attack this guy with advantage that is to the south of me.
Very well. And you needed it.
I bite.
Now bite.
Deleted.
And then I will use my second attack on the guy to the right of Reginald. Just trying to get these guys off of Reginald as much as possible.
Still standing.
Okay. I want to use my bonus action to move my spiritual weapon up another 20 feet.
Okay.
And it's going to hit that one that I hit.
Okay. There is a resounding clang as a spiritual walk bashes the skull of another orc.
That's my turn.
Well played.
Is that a baguette that popped up on your screen?
Yes. Yes, it was. It was bread. See,
Well, Reginald.
all right. Well, having this quick turn of events here, Reginald is going to attack this one right here with his staff to give it a bonk. Unceremoniously. Switch here and strike. So 19 to hit, 7 damage.
Still standing. Although maybe extremely dazed.
Noted. Then that will be the extent of his turn.
Phenomenal. Well, from the other side of the room,
From downtown.
Jesus.
He's on fire. I don't
I'm
remember
not even
any
gonna
other.
roll damage. Fuck off.
I don't even remember any other NBA Jam quotes.
2 arrows
He's eating.
come flying from the corner of the room and embed themselves into the necks of the orcs in front of you all, killing both of them instantaneously, leaving but one tiny little stick figure that somehow manages to shamble itself finally into the door frame. Lionel.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
Get him.
We'll see. We'll see if I can hit. I do. 11.
Part of me wanted the poetic justice of seeing
So
that thing
it-
shamble out and just like
It's like,
yank Falcon in the
shake
back
me.
and kill him.
You've only got 10 feet of movement, man.
Yeah.
Just shanks
Yeah.
into kidneys.
Right. Just
Let me see. Do I have? I do. After the fight, I will take out my potion of healing and hand it to Falcon. You're gonna need this more than us, it looks like.
He waves it off, saying, I don't know about y'all, but I'm tired. I need to sit down.
Okay, good. I'm gonna drink this then, and he'll drink it instead if he's gonna say.
Sure. Falcon is in no uncertain terms encouraging a short rest.
7.
I think Reginald would agree.
For a short rest.
Yes.
Okay.
Thorn's gonna perk her ears up and listen and just make sure that there's no other sounds in the house. So that we're not in the middle of a short rest and something comes tearing down the stairs or something.
You hear nothing.
Okay.
This is the DM telling you that I am bringing the session to a close here shortly. So please enjoy your victory.
Yay.
I feel wholeheartedly responsible for essentially just making it less of a thing. And I both apologize and don't apologize at the same time.
I'm not gonna lie. The 4 initial ones that you saw, those were the big ones. Each one of them had something like 30 some odd HP, and they were the tanks. They only had 10 feet of movement, but if they got you, their attacks entwined you. They fucking did thorn damage on top of the wallop that you took for the initial hit. It would have been very easy to one-shot anybody in the party with those. But
Did it not roll it on the table? Oh, that was annoying.
No, it didn't. Mine didn't either.
Yeah, I rolled 3 short rest hit die, and it was 4, 3, 3, and 6. So I would have healed back 16 of my bodies, my bloods.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, 4, 3, 3, and plus 6.
well, that went better for y'all, much better for y'all than I thought it was going to as I was going through it all yesterday.
Mm-hmm. 7. And then so. Okay. Yeah.
I just didn't
Nice.
get to do much to y'all, and I had a fucking shit ton of creatures.
You did quite a bit to at least 2 people.
Yeah, you bopped me for like half my HP.
You cut me down to below half with a single lightning bolt.
And lightning bolts ain't no fucking joke. 8d6
No,
points
They're
of
not.
damage.
It's a lot.
They
Yeah, it's a
hurt.
lot. It's on my
Especially on-
list of next evocation spells to get as I level up.
Especially on things that don't necessarily always get lightning bolt because you're not expecting it, and then it's like, oh fuck, that's right, they still have lightning bolt.
Out of nowhere.
I've always been more of a raw damage person, vice a buff the party person. So
Yeah.
X gonna give it to you.
Yeah, that is true. That is very true. X did give it to me.
Well, you all enjoy, or maybe don't, a short rest. Falcon kind of scrounging up some bandages, or maybe producing some to bandage the more serious wounds that you all have been dealt. And otherwise, you all begin to plot out your next moves, which we will discuss next session.
Ooh.
Yay!
I apologize for breaking this up. I wanted
No,
to
it's fine.
I wanted to keep going, but I don't think that you all will finish within the next 30 minutes.
Probably
And
not.
this just presented a good opportunity to stop, especially with Kita not feeling the best. And
Mm-hmm.
well, here we are. So
Natural transition points are great. Easy
Yep.
when you get them.
End of a big fight, people just want to take a short rest, recuperate. Perfect time to just say, okay, next time.
is everybody good for next Monday then?
Mm-hmm.
Enough.
Yarp.
Should be, as long as everyone else is.
Yep.
Yep.
Alrighty then. Well, I'm gonna sign off for the evening. I'm pretty tired, so
Okay.
Sounds good.